Hey, what's up? I wanted to talk about a thought I've had about the Mandela effect because, or an effects or whatever, because as much as I have witnessed miracles and believe in magic and stuff like that, I also believe it when I see it. It's the reason I believe in miracles. Seen enough, man. Anyways, um, so when it comes to these false memories, there are certain things that I can admit and agree, like I could be remembering that wrong, right? Of course, plenty of things that I talked about throughout my life when I'm like, oh well, I don't know if I'm remembering that right, whatever. And there are also plenty of things where I'm like, oh, I know that for sure, without a doubt. Yeah, and a lot of these Mandela effects, many of them, I don't even know half of them. I don't even know half of them. There's a lot. Um, I casually I'm not even, I haven't deep researched it or anything. I'm not trying to figure it out. I don't care. I find it fascinating as a subject and topic and a thing that I believe in, and I'm gonna explain the realistic thing that I've thought about. Give me a sec. Sorry, I just had a snack, man. Anyways, and they need to drink more water. Um, Always these thoughts flow much more easy before I start recording, and then I gotta catch up and try to get back to where I was right mentally. Um, but anyways, so like I said, I believe it when I see it. So I was thinking about this. I was like, well, what realistically could explain these Mandela effects, these so-called false memories, right? Because there are these things where I'm just like, I know I'm not remembering that wrong, but it is different. It's a fact. It's not the way I remember it. Um, so I was like, well, realistically, what could be doing that other than like theoretical things and whatever, hypothetical or whatever? Time travel is always a fun thing to me. I love stories about time travel. I believe that it's probably possible. I believe somebody somewhere has probably been doing it. I also, again, like I don't need to. Not only do I not need that to be true, I'm not trying to prove it. I don't, whatever. I like it makes sense. A lot of things I'm like, well, all right, sure, whatever. But as far as the Mandela effect specifically, these things and why so many of us remember them differently and whatever, something I was thinking about. I was like, you know what? Maybe, maybe. You know how we have the different cities and states, countries, whatever, districts. Yeah. Um, I was thinking maybe each of our districts, our cities, our states, countries, whatever, they give us things differently. So in one part of the country, Fruit Loops was spelled correctly, while it wasn't in another part of the country. Could be same for the city as well. It could be different in different cities. And I'm not saying this is what happened. Okay, this was something I was thinking about, like realistically, if I had, whatever. It was something I was thinking about. I was like, maybe they're messing with us. Maybe that's maybe they're messing with us, man. Like it's different everywhere. Um, but yes, I mean, I don't know. That's just a funny thought to me. I think that's possible. I don't think that is. I mean, it could be, but I don't. This is just the thought I had about it. It's like if I was, because again, it's the only realistic thing I can think of as far as realistic goes. Um, you know, to think about it. It reminds me of made me think of 15-minute cities for some reason. It's not a Mandela effect thing. Just I was thinking about how like I don't even remember why I was connecting that with the 15-minute city thing. It just makes me think of them because if we're experiencing, we do experience different lifestyles and different things like that in different cities. You can go from one city to another. You can go from one half of the city to another half of the city, and it can be completely different, right? Um, I was just it just reminds me of 15-minute cities. No, and one of the things I think about when it comes to that, people are always talking about like, oh, be scared. They're gonna try to keep you in this 15-minute prison and whatever. And I'm like, dude, that's hilarious to me because while I understand the point they're making and stuff, I'm like, I've lived in a 15-minute city for most of my life. I'm 46 years old, right? Jeez, and yeah, I've lived in a 15-minute city most of my life, basically, where everything's within walking distance. Just because I've lived in a city. Every city is a freaking 15-minute city. That's what a city is, right? Um, so no, I do understand that they will continue building these, and that's what they want. They want people to accept that as the norm. And the reality is that we are tied to certain things, there are barriers and they are all connected to wealth. Every single one of them, every single barrier is connected to wealth. It reminds me of this movie called In Time with Justin Timberlake. You should watch that movie. If you've never seen that movie, check it out. It's good. Damn it. Yeah, a movie called In Time. I was surprised about how much I love that movie because like I didn't even want to watch it because I saw Justin Timberlake was in it and I couldn't really imagine him being a great actor. But I mean, he's been in more than one movie. He was also really good in Southland Tales. It was a good movie though. It was just generally a good movie. But yeah, he's a decent actor. He's pretty decent. Decent. I haven't seen him in enough different ranges to think he's really good or anything. But what I've seen him in was good. Anyways, In Time was a really good movie. Am I saying that right? Justin Timberlake, right? I don't remember if I mixed them up with Bieber. I don't know if I mixed up their names. Both musicians and whatever. Anyways, In Time is cool, and it's pretty real, really. When you think about it. Anyways, yeah, I don't know why I always connect that 15-minute city to the just because the way I think of it, the way that the districts, right, cities, states, country, whatever, um, we can live in a completely different world, systemically or culturally or whatever, in each of these different little portions of land and whatever. So I don't know. I think when I was thinking about the Mandela effect stuff, I was like, well, you know what? I suppose it's possible that they've been messing with us as a people, as a society, because I mean, they do control us. Um, like we're like little ants, in an ant farm. Anyways, I think it is. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious if you think that's possible. I don't need that to be a real thing. I was just wondering, like, if there was a more real way to look at it. That's one way. One way. My thing is, I prefer to think reality possibly changed. I would guess time travel. There's so many people in that discuss Mandela effect stuff, and they will swear that time travel is not possible because this and this and this. I'm like, what have you ever done it? You ever tried it? You just other people tell you it's not possible. What are you talking about? What's not possible? Like, look at the things you're talking about that that you believe are possible over here. Then you turn around and say that's not possible. Like that doesn't make any damn sense. What you're talking about, reality being different, you're okay with that. You understand that these things have changed for real. You believe this, and you're gonna turn around and say time travel isn't possible. What the fucking hell, right? I'm just like, what? What? Like, what? It's just funny to me, man. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. I don't know how you could. Why? It's like if you were to believe in Santa Claus but not believe in Easter Bunny. Just as an example, it's not a good analogy or whatever because they're both fake or whatever. But I'm just saying. Like, how do you believe in that but you don't believe it? It's just weird to me. It's funny. It's like if you can believe in miracles but not believe in magic. It like doesn't make sense to me. Kind of one and the same in a way. Yeah. So, anyways, no, I thought that was a fun idea. I was thinking about it because I mean these are real changes. That's real. I'm not remembering this wrong. No, and there's certain things again. You can go ahead and think that I'm not remembering certain things wrong or whatever. I would bet. I'm telling you, man. As soon as I saw a few of these things, I was like, this. It doesn't make sense. That's just like, wait, why? Just why? That's the number one thing to be like. Why would that be? It doesn't. Why? Just why? Why is this different? It doesn't make sense. You just must be remembering it wrong. No, I'm not. No. That doesn't make sense either. That's just such horse crap, dude. It's bull crap. It's all kinds of crap. It's just piles of crap. You tell me I'm remembering that wrong. Are you kidding me, man? Um, no. So I, I have no doubt. I think, with how many there are, there's gonna be one for every person that's gonna make them stop and go, wait a sec, hold the hell on. You know, that's incorrect. Right? It's just that's whatever, man. That's fun. That's funny. I don't know why. I don't know why. I I can sort of understand the bad memory thing for certain things though. A lot of what's funny. I recently came across another argument. I forgot this is an argument used very often. Oh, the police will like talk to three or four or five different people at a crime scene or whatever scene, an accident scene, whatever, and all of them will have a different answer for a different color of the car, different description of a person, whatever. Every single one of them will say something different. And I'm like, dude, you're talking about like a one time occurrence that just happened and they just happen to be there. You're not talking about something that people have known for at least 10 years, every day of their life of that 10 years that was that way, and now it's not that way. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about like this little brief interaction. We're talking about like lifetime longs of stuff that has literally changed. So, and that's what they compare it to. And I'm just like, look, man, like I said at the beginning, like I know there are things that I remember wrong. I might be mistaken on whatever. And I will also admit I have been wrong about something I thought I remembered, and then I was like, oh wait, you know what? No, I did remember that wrong. Yeah, there are things I'll admit to, you know. Um, and then there are other things where I'm just like, no, no, man, come on, Luke, I'm your father. They're gonna tell you that it wasn't like Luke, I'm your father. Are you freaking kidding me, man? You kidding? You're gonna believe that that was a bad memory? We're like, for real? Are you? Just slap yourself. Just slap the crap out of yourself. Just slap yourself so hard. So, um, the only realistic thing, other than like time travel or whatever, I don't know. The only realistic thing that I currently thought of was, maybe they're messing with us. Maybe that they could be out there in the middle of the night changing signs on stuff, changing labels on stuff. You don't know. Could be happening, man. Could be happening, and different cities, different states have different little things, and uh, you know, I, I think that's possible. I'm not saying that's what is happening. Like I said, I prefer to believe it's more related to like time travel or some kind of fantastical thing or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, that's funny. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.